Hey everybody, Eric back at Gearhead Daily, and today's the day. As you can tell, the garage is pretty messy, but I've been thrashing on the car quite a bit to get it ready, and there's a lot of events coming up in June and July, and I really want to be there, so I've been really working hard getting stuff done. So I'm going to take you a ride on one of my test drives, but before we go ahead and give you a test drive, let me give you a walk around of the whole thing, and you can kind of see all the progress that's been made and some of the stuff that I still have to do. It is a fully functioning driving car at this point. There's a couple bugs I still got to work out. AC's not in it. There's a couple other things. So until then, let's just take a look around the car and I'll show you what's going on. Here's the car as it is. Front end is on. It's not 100% aligned, as you can tell here. Still got to work on getting that a little bit flatter. This is the way the doors open. This is the interior, and it's going to be your little house for a while you're coming and riding along with me. This is our LS376 with our G50-01 transmission. Got some Falcon Azzinis 305 by what looks like 2019s in the back there. Got all of our back window in. Pretty sweet. Here's our driver's side. Got to touch up some of the paint, been banging things around a little bit. There's our driver's seat with our stack unit fully installed. Got our full gauge cluster there. The doors are fully functional. I do have to make an inner door panel. Got our new windshield, pretty sweet. And headlights and everything, turn signals, they all work, brake lights. There's our front wheels. Those are 18s on the front. And there she be. So let's go take a quick ride. I'm going to take you around my neighborhood, terrorize a few of the neighborhood kids, and have some fun. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this, but there's a special procedure for getting in. Just to sit on the seat and then just sit flat down. I'm going to get everything ready here. So let me talk a little bit about the car before we get moving, which is there's a couple things that I have not fully done yet, which of course is make an interior door panel. I also haven't done a whole lot of heat or sound deadening processes, so it does get rather loud, and I hope that doesn't clip out on the video, but I think it'll give you the rough idea of what's going on. So once again, everything's getting ready. We're almost ready to go. Steering wheel's on. Gotta pull up the seat a little bit. Door actuator. So let's take her for a... Alright. Let's move. I stalled it. Go figure. The ride's quite nice in second gear, right around the neighborhood. Steering's quite good, so knocked them up a couple times, and certainly can get there. That's starting to warm up now. Again, I don't have my AC. It doesn't do anything. Wah. Oh well. I'll get that hooked up soon. There we go. Speed limit 35 here and a lot of cops, so I gotta keep it easy. Get some! So I just got back from the first autocross. The car's got maybe 20 miles on it. I got a lot of questions from a lot of people saying, "Oh, you've been out to the track a lot. Have you done this? Have you done that?" The question is no. Honestly, the car has just been together for about just a short, maybe 2 weeks or so. So I don't have a lot of time driving it. All the settings in the car were, just baseline settings. I might have messed with the compression in the rear, but basically everything was set at ride height. All the knobs were turned to just the middle setting, and that was it. I'm running a really all-season tire, so it's a little bit slippery out there. A lot of people commented, "Hey, you'd go a lot faster if you had some better tires," and that's probably true. I do need more of a soft compound, but I do have all seasons on there for now. I know I'm going to be beating it up, so it'd be nice to have at least some tread wear if I want to drive it around on the street. So. Couple of the things that I got out of the car. The car, biggest question you're going to get is, what is it? So expect to spend a lot of your time explaining what this thing is. You're going to get a lot of questions though. So what's it based on? It's not based on anything. It's its own car. It says, well, what's the donor car? There isn't a donor car. It has pretty much any engine, transmission combination that fits and works. So it doesn't really matter what kind of donor car you get. All the parts are there. You're gonna get, what chassis is it? A lot of the old kit cars had a Volkswagen Beetle or whatever. This one doesn't. So you're gonna get that question a lot. I think somebody on the forums made a T-shirt that said, it's an SLC, and it seems pretty appropriate. Again, the suspension wasn't set, so I did the best I could. I was running pretty close. There was a gentleman behind me who's been pretty experienced running a Lotus Elise on some kind of older slicks, and we were running very similar times. So that was pretty cool, at least for its first time out and having absolutely no experience in it. I will say this, the car is really, really low, and that is a really new experience for me. I'm used to kind of sitting up a little bit higher, but this one you're pretty much on the ground. The other thing that I've noticed is that it rides a lot better than I thought it would, especially on the street when it hits the bumps and everything. I really thought it would, jump or jerk or anything, but really it doesn't. I've done a couple higher speed runs, and it's very smooth, even over some of the bumps. Fairly impressed with that part because, everything's very solid. Suspension's very solid. There's a lot of rod ends to things. So I really expected it to be a little bit more of a rough ride, and it's not. So I'm actually pretty impressed on that one. Now, when it comes to the racing part, one of the harder parts for me is getting used to the fact that all the weight of the car is in the back. And that is a new sensation. You'll see on some of the racing video that I did at the autocross that it got really tail happy a couple times. And I talked to a couple guys there who had some mid-engine or rear-engine cars, and they're saying, yeah, you can't gas it at all when you're doing the chicanes because the back end will just want to kick out on you. So you got to be very careful and just kind of pick a speed, make it through, lift off right at the end so that you can get a good exit on your last cone. And that was some really good advice. So a lot of people came up, a lot of people had some really good help, at least as that. So the local autocross guys that I have are pretty awesome. Now, one of the things that you're going to get a lot of is you're going to get a lot of attention. I think I was tagged at least in 2 photos just on my way home, and when I picked up my Facebook that people had recognized me and tagged me in 2 photos that they saw me driving around on the street. I had one guy mouth the words, "What the fuck?" as he drove by, so that was pretty funny. Get used to looking up at people because you are so low to the ground. Get used to having a couple blind spots kind of right here, so if you've got a camera, get it, use it. On the street, it is warm, so get the AC. If you have the option of getting AC or not getting AC, get it, spend the money, I don't care, buy it, it's worth it. It's a tad loud, but I think if I did some more sealing of some of the seams between the passenger compartment and the engine, that'll make the world of difference in things. Especially if I put a full interior in, that would make life a lot easier as well. So, so far, it's been a lot of fun driving it. It's not necessarily as big of a handful as I thought it would. I really thought it was going to be more of a challenge to drive. But considering that this is, I've driven on the street maybe 20 miles, and most of that was to and from the autocross, I've been fairly pleased with it so far. So hopefully I can dial in the suspension, really get it working good, and bust out some good times. So I was kind of right on par with some of the quicker cars today. I wasn't the fastest by a long shot. There were a lot of much faster cars, but I still had a lot of fun. The autocross was fun. I took some instructors with me. They were very excited, and there's a lot of attention with this car. So some of the things you're gonna have to get used to is a lot of attention, people wondering what it is, and you're gonna have to answer a lot of questions, and that's okay, because I try to be as patient as possible. But my kind of overall impression is it's less of a handful than I really thought it would. It's the heat and noise management is better if you do more stuff in the interior. That's a lot better. And it rides way better than I had suspected, because I really thought it was going to be much more jittery and jumpy, especially over bumps, but it really wasn't. So in that respect, so far I'm having a lot of fun. Going as fast as possible, legally and safely, of course. But if you're ever interested in getting one of these cars, get used to the attention. The mostly good, and most people are very good humored about it. So that's the video for now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See y'all later.